Hello everyone, and welcome to Let's Play The Elder Scrolls Online, with me, TheDragoclaw. So, The Elder Scrolls, what can I say about this? I've been a long time fan of The Elder Scrolls. Ever since I picked up Oblivion back in like 2006, 7ish. So, I've played like most of them. I haven't played much of Morrowind, but you know, I played Oblivion and Skyrim, and I've delved into the lore and whatnot. So, you know, when Elder Scrolls Online came around, I was kind of tentatively excited, but I knew that being an Elder Scrolls game, it probably wouldn't translate that well to Elder Scrolls Online-ish-ness. But yeah, so that I was kind of both scared and excited that it was coming out, but after a while, when I started playing the beta and saw some of the footage from it, and just saw some of the updates, I decided to get a bit more, I suppose excited is a bit of a strong term, but I could see that they were really trying on the game, but it was actually kind of enjoyable. It wasn't terrible, but then again, it's not fantastic because the Elder Scrolls would have a lot of problems translating to a multiplayer platform, but overall I think it did fairly well, and hence I'm deciding to make an LP on it. So before we get into the game, I'm just going to lay down a few ground rules for the LP. If you just hear the gameplay, I'll put like a description or link somewhere so you can skip ahead to the actual gameplay. But yeah, so this LP of the Elder Scrolls, being an Elder Scrolls game, it's got a lot of roleplay elements and everything in it, so I'm going to try and sort of play along with it, sort of try and help the audience, that's you, if you didn't know, get into the feel of playing an online Elder Scrolls game, try and sort of like roleplay it as much as possible and like let the people speak, because it's fully voice acted, or almost fully voice acted. I think there are a few sound files that aren't in yet, but they've all been recorded, so at the final product they will be released. Next on the list is that this is a beta, so while there are going to be some bugs and some things that aren't in the game yet. For example, if I go to settings here, you can see that I've had to turn a lot of things down just so that you can get a decent frame rate when I'm recording. But you can see, like here, texture quality, we've only got low and medium. I expect there to be a high and possibly an ultra at release, but that's not in the game yet. Same with a few other things. I mean, I suppose particle density they've got all the way up to ultra as well, so, and shadow quality, things like that. I've all turned everything down to medium and turned a few things off just so that I can get a steady 25 to 30 frames per second. Overall, in terms of performance, it performs quite well. When I'm not recording and using these settings, I can get like 70-80 frames per second. So yeah, if I bump it up, I can play it on the current max settings when not recording at about 30 frames per second, so that's not too bad. So I expect it's pretty well optimized, kind of, for lower end spec computers, if that was one of your concerns. So you should be able to play decently with a low end. But yeah, it's a beta, so you've got to bear in mind that there are a few things that might go wrong, and also, most likely, I don't know if it's been confirmed or not, but after the beta, any character I make now or previously is going to be deleted before release, so that everyone starts off on a level playing field, which I don't mind, but again, we have to take that into account when I'm doing this LP. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new character instead of going over my mage here, and we're going to be playing as the Aldmeri Dominion. So I'll get more into like the factions and everything and the lore behind it in a bit, but at the moment I'm just going to talk a bit more about the LP in general. So as this goes on, we've only got 3 days, so this weekend, to play the game. Hopefully I'll get quite a few episodes out. There's going to be a lot of co-op between me and Space Monkey on this, because we both have the game and quite like it, so you'll be seeing a lot of that. But apart from that, what I kind of want this LP to be is a way for you guys who aren't in the beta, for you know, whatever reason you didn't sign up, or you couldn't sign up for whatever reason, just so that you can get a feel for the game like us beta testers, and see if you can, like, see if you would want to buy the game. So how I'm going to do this, I'm going to try and, like, instead of rushing through all the main story and everything and absorbing everything, I'm going to be doing quite a few side quests. I won't be doing all of them on camera, just so that, you know, if you want to play the Aldmeri Dominion at release, you've still got some things to do without, you know, seeing it all in an LP. But yeah, I'll try and, like, do everything. I'll try and get into crafting, do like at least 1 or 2 things in each of the sections, and if you want to ask questions or give me ideas to do in the comment section, feel free. Yeah, I'll be reading the comments. You probably won't see any change in a few episodes, because, you know, the beta's just been released, I want to play this beta, so yeah, I might get quite a few episodes out before you see a change, but I'll try and read all the comments and act on them in the next session, which you'll know when it is, because I'll announce it at the start of the video that starts the next section, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I think that's it about the LP in general, so let's get started on the game. Okay, create character. So, if you didn't know, there are 3 alliances in this game, all at war with each other. The first is the TheDragoclaw Covenant, the second is the Aldmeri Dominion, and the third is the Ebon Pact. By the way, it does take textures a while to load, so this is probably not final. Also, I have loaded most of the settings, so, you know, there's that. Yeah, so alliances. Each of the factions are split up into... or each of the races, sorry, are split amongst the 3 factions. So you have the Bretons, the Orcs, and the Red Guards under the TheDragoclaw Covenant. And you have the High Elves, Wood Elves, and Khajiits under the Aldmeri Dominion. And finally, the Argonians, the Dark Elves, and the Nords under the Ebon Pact. There is a 10th race, the Imperial, and these are exclusive to the people who pre-order and get the Imperial Edition. They can join any faction and have, like, various other bonuses like their crafting set and skill set and whatnot. So yeah, also, upon release, everyone who pre-ordered, whether you got the Imperial Edition or any other edition, is allowed to choose any race and join any faction with them. So I suppose that's a bonus. But for now we're stuck with the faction specific or race specific factions. So yeah, as I said, I'm going to be playing as Aldmeri Dominion this time, and I think I will go... Ooh, it's always a tough choice between Khajiit and Wood Elf. Yeah, let's go Wood Elf, why not? Okay, let's go to class. So there are 4 classes, but these are, like, really loosely based. It's like Skyrim in this respect. You've got 4 different classes. The Dragon Knight, which is sword guy. Then you've got Sorcerer, which is spell guy. Then you've got the Nightblade, which is arrow guy. And then you've got the Templar, which is a mix of everything, I believe. Yeah, I haven't played too much around with all the classes or looked into them, because I don't want to exactly do this blind, but I don't want to spoil all the things by looking at the UESP or anything like that. So what we're going to do is, what shall we play as, actually? That's a very good question, because I hadn't really thought this far ahead. I mean, I've played as Sorcerer, but I don't want to do that again, or I really like the Sorcerer, but I want to experiment a bit. Pardon me. Okay. Nightblades are adventurous and opportunists with a gift for getting in and out of trouble, relying variously on stealth. Nightblades, blades and speed. Nightblades thrive on conflict and misfortune, trusting to their luck and cunning to survive. I'm tempted to go Nightblade, but I also kind of want to go Dragon Knight, because, you know, I like breaking the mold, and seeing as I can in this game, it would be kind of interesting to have like a heavy DPS Wood Elf. Because I've seen the combat with the bow, and it doesn't interest me that much because I don't feel like sneak is too useful in the game, and I think that's one of the problems. But again, I'll get into this a bit more later. So yeah, I'm gonna go Dragon Knight. Okay, now character creation is just as in depth as Skyrim. So you can see you have this sort of like triangle here, where you can move around the just the general look of this guy. Let's just zoom in a little bit. So we can have him thin and kind of, come on, dot, there we go. Kind of, we can have a thin and muscular, or sort of larger. Let's see. The thing is, he's going to be a melee guy, so it could be kind of ironic and just make him really thin, but no. Let's make him a bit muscular. There we go. And for a wood elf, he's got to be kind of small, so yeah, let's go with a type, sort of small-ish guy. Yeah, that seems good. Okay, skin colour doesn't really seem too much affect too much. Well, I suppose it's a kind of deeper shade. No, let's go. Yeah, that's a decent shade. Okay, body markings. It's a shame we can't properly see the body. Oh, is that a tattoo I saw? You know, I probably shouldn't be spending this much time on character creation because, you know, I'm not going to really see my character that much, but, sure, I'll go with that sort of war paint. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a way to take off the clothes, but I'm not sure. Oh, and also you can lock your appearance selections here so that you can just randomise, which I might actually do. Lock, 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 just randomise. Yeah, that kind of looks fun. It kind of reminds me of, what's his name from Avatar? I never actually watched it, but, you know, the guy with the arrow on his head. I apologise to everyone who's actually watched that. I understand it's a popular thing. I probably should have seen it, I know. Interesting. Maybe if I change the colour of his head slightly. Oh, he changes his face type. Very angular and high elf-like. Soft and almost human-like, or heroic, which basically means ugly. Fair enough. Let's go. Yeah, let's go a bit like that. Also, I don't believe the voices actually change. I believe they just defaults at the moment. Yeah, they kind of sound the same, so. Okay, what hairstyle can we go with? Oh my! Could we go with like a Legolas? Probably pretty awesome. But no, we don't seem to have that much colour options for hair. Oh well. I might even sort of just go kind of random with this. Go with an awesome mohawk. Wood elves have always been oh, that's kind of interesting. Although I don't like how he's wearing his hair in a bun. That does not suit you, sir. So you decide to go with a ponytail. Oh, Jesus. Because, you know, a ponytail's fine for combat. Stop getting yourself a ponytail, guy. No ponytails. 2 ponytails? That's just like giving them handles. Okay. Nope, that's an even bigger ponytail. What is it with these guys and ponytails? Oh. Bald could be an interesting look. But no. He's an elf, he needs some kind of hair. short and to a point, kind of like that. Because this is taking far too long. That does not suit you at all. Suppose we could have a scrawny redhead. Sure, why not? He's gonna be deleted anyway. Oh jeez. Let me change it to a dark shade. Ugh, no, come on, make it a bit more natural. But not that natural. Wow. I think you can see why I only got to level 6 on my other character. I spent all the time in the beta just doing this. Give an oldish guy. Completely black. Hair, that is. Ugh, fine, just go with that. Oh wow, he's old. Let's make him younger. There we go. Adornment. Beard. Oh, that's his facial hair, eh? Oh. That looks interesting. Lost an eye in the war. Yeah, sure. That kind of looks fun. Head marking. Okay guys, I'm back. I had a bit of a technical error after this point in the LP where I accidentally muted myself and I couldn't, and you know, you couldn't hear me talk, you could only hear the game. So what I've done is I've recreated the character and I'm going to continue from this point roughly. So yeah, let's continue the game. Now, let's see. What could we name this character? We need a good wood elf name. Now I've tried Aeronir before. But it didn't work out as someone had already taken that name, so I suppose I can't really think of anything else. Eventually I had to turn it into a woman by going Aeronira. Maybe if I put an E on the end. Aeronir. Sure. Create. If this name is taken, okay, looks like it isn't. Okay, so hopefully I'll be able to recreate the events that happened up until where I stopped recording. I have no idea what I have said and haven't said because I've started and stopped recording this so many times. It's unbelievable, but I'm going to try and do my best. So, again, being a beta, there is a bit of a problem with textures loading. Just check the... okay. This time they've loaded fairly well, and you can see that you can play in third person mode or first. And you know, you've got your standard Skyrim controls, WASD, left button, punch, right button, block. You can hold for a power punch, or you can just tap once for a mini punch. Let's just de-arm ourselves. De-arm? No? No de-arm? Okay. Oh, and hello. We've got a prophet here. You know, in our cell, 'cause that's normal. Let's talk to the prophet.
Slowly, you've been through ordeal. Take a few moments to collect yourself.
Okay, so you can answer these cutscenes by... actually, let's minimize that chat first. By either clicking on them,
Like you, I am a prisoner in this place.
or by using
It's so
1 through 9.
I am the past and the future, both. I am despair and hope. The tapestry we weave is a complex one. You cannot hope to see its pattern in its entirety. Not
Okay.
yet.
God damn it, I always forget he says that. I'm going to try and use a mouse as much as possible so you know which option I chose. However, in most of the conversations there's only like one thing to continue the quest, a second bit for more information, and a third bit that says goodbye, so you'll probably know even if I did use the 1 through 9 keys to select the answer.
You must rescue me, and I, in turn, must rescue you. You must escape from this cell, take up arms, and protect yourself. Then find Lyrus Titan.
I'm also not going to do any voice acting. Did I click that right? I'm not sure if I did. You didn't answer me.
Let me open your door.
I did accidentally scroll the scroll wheel.
You must escape before the guards return.
Okay. And mini loading screen to get you between the two cells. It's kind of different to other Elder Scrolls games, but then, you know, MMO you have to have some
There are weapons in the forge in these cells.
what is it called? Consideration? Some sort of ation. When you go from single player, it happens to me and a few other people that I've seen in the game, but there's no real explanation for it. I mean, my computer can run this fairly well. Especially when not recording, it can like run it perfectly smooth at the current max settings, but for some reason there's always this random lag spike. Okay, so let's go with twin axes, because I haven't really used them much, if at all. Okay. Alt exit. I'm going to skip all the tutorial pop-ups that come up because, well, I know how to do the interface controls and everything, and I'm the one that's going to teach you, not the game. But yeah, one thing to note, the surroundings are pretty impressive. I mean, sure, they're not as high quality as something like Skyrim, but they're still pretty good, in my opinion. Oh damn, I forgot to show you the choices back there. Well, there were several choices. Sword and shield, twin axes, bow, restoration, or destruction staff. Each of those have their own pros and cons. I'll try my best not to speak over Michael Gambon, but damn it, he always speaks at the most inappropriate times. Okay, let's check out this other guy. So you'll notice that I'm using the mouse click. You can probably hear it because my microphone is so sensitive. So yeah, you can attack with your left click, block with two weapons with your right click, and if you do a heavy attack by holding down the left key, you can do more damage. Take the one piece of gold, and in fact let's take this moment to level up because you'll notice it popped up. And I'm back, sorry about that. But yeah, so level up works exactly the same as Skyrim, or well, pretty much the same as Skyrim, probably close to Oblivion actually. But you can increase your magicka health and stamina. As a going warrior, I'm going to put my first one into stamina, just so I can attack more. And you get a statistical breakdown there of what everything does if you really want it. And then you have a skill point. So whenever you level up, you get a skill point and a attribute point, I guess. I forget what it's called. But the attribute point is fairly simple to spend. You've got 3 choices. The class point, however, is really difficult to choose how to spend because you've got so many different skill trees. You've got 3 in your class. I've got Ardent Flame, Draconic Power, and Earthen Heart. This is chosen by your class option at the start, you know, Dragon Knight, Sorcerer, or Nightblade. Then you've got your weapon. So no matter what weapon you chose at the start, you can still level up different aspects of a weapon. At least eventually you can. I'm not sure why I don't have the option to right now, probably because I only have this weapon. But yeah, there's tons of weapons, you can master a lot of them, if not all. Then you've got the armor tree, you can specialise in light, heavy or medium. I said that in the wrong order, but oh well. Then you've got your racial, which is obviously the skill related to your race. I believe these unlock with time, because I haven't actually put any points into this, but yeah, I haven't exactly studied it too much. I've only got to level 6 on my other character. And then you've got the 6, I can't count, different crafting types. So yeah, you've got a lot of different options to choose from. Right now, I'm just gonna go straight for the active ability here for my weapon. I have no idea whether this is a good idea or not. I just am doing this. You'll also forgive me for not being a min-maxer, but I much prefer to be sort of a roleplay type character rather than an actual. Wow, I'm short. I did not realise I was this short. Okay, fair enough. I am a wood elf, I guess. Okay, so this is the one we've been looking for.
What? Who told you to find me? Prophet. He spoke to you? What did he say?
He said our fates are intertwined.
Huh. That sounds like the prophet, all right. He's a prisoner here too. It was very dangerous for him to speak to you, even for a moment. You must think you can help me. Break him out, of course. Believe me, I can use all the help I can get. That blind old man is the only person alive who can help us get back home. Tamriel's a long way from here.
Okay, so I've explained a lot about the game, but I haven't explained about the like the lore, the storyline of what's going on right now. So I'm just gonna click this button, and she'll give me an option for some more questions. I'll go through a couple of those, and so then you can like listen to the story if you're really interested.
Keep your weapon ready and stay sharp. This place is full of surprises. I'm sure you do. And I'll answer them as best I can. You're obviously not in Tamriel anymore. Think of the most miserable, depressing place you've ever been in your life. That's paradise compared to Cold Harbor. And to top it off, there's no easy way to say it. You're dead. I don't know. Once we rescue the Prophet, he can tell you about the gods and the ways of Oblivion. I don't understand anything myself.
So yeah, we are in Cold Harbor, a Daedric realm of Oblivion, whose Daedric prince is Molag Bal. Doorbell! Sorry about that. Yeah. Let's hear more, shall we?
A man named Menemarco. His worm cult is doing some kind of ritual back in Tamriel. They sacrificed you and everyone in this prison to the Daedric prince Molag Bal. After you died, whatever was left showed up here. They call you the Soul Shriven.
You'll remember Menemarco from Oblivion? The main antagonist, against the Mages Guild?
It means you're a slave and you'll spend the rest of eternity here in Cold Harbor, working under the lash of the Daedra. Unless, of course, you come with me.
Multiple doorbells.
No, I wasn't sacrificed. The Prophet and I were brought here conventionally, if that makes any sense. But we're prisoners here, same as you. We need to make our way through the Ashen Mines to get to the enclosure where the Prophet's being held. It won't be easy. The place is watched by magical constructs called Sentinels. We won't stand a chance unless we can blind them. I'll tell you more when we get there. And we'll never get there if we don't get moving.
Okay, I think it's safe for me to come back. So, now that we've learnt our fate, let's find our way out of here. That is an Argonian. Don't ask me why I said it like that. An Argonian.
The Ashen Mines are dangerous.
Just need to double check I'm back. Yeah, okay. Microphone seems on. Okay, reach the Towers of Eyes. How long have I been going? I've been going for 13 minutes. So this kind of seems like a good place to leave you. So when we come back, we'll explore more of this dungeon. I'll see you there.